money too small, micro. Huncho on the call, got a. Yeah. Superstars out. Brand new cars.
Can Zeke deke again? It's the coach.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Coming now. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here we go, 46.
3rd and long for Prescott. And this one is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Looking long for Tom. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. Nice footwork at the 25. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The numbers for Zeke from last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, Prescott being chased out left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He can run for it, and he will. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hurry up, here we go.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And a gain there of 11 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Set. 3-19.
Again, this is Kamara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Prescott now on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Taylor. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints coming out now to take the field.
And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but it was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here we go, 46. Then we'll go to 53. Here we go, 47,
2nd down, Prescott. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 48. Gun. 46.
Prescott from the gun. And an alley to run. And down he'll go at the 25.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Elliott. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Gold is able to put it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain,
Still second down
on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So we have reached halftime here with a bit. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
There you go. 47. 26.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. On the run, that's caught inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here we go. 26.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. Then we're going to 53.
They go play action here on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it and avoids the contact by sliding. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Again to Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Room to run inside the 40. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. The give is to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got... one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from inside the 5. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9, 2.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They find some open field here. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue, 90. Blue.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Here we go now. Blue, 90. Blue, 90.
They're going to look to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. And this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
They'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The kick by Carlson is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Here we go. 47. 26.
Again, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
47. 47. Hey, 47. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 48. Here we go. 47. 47.
Running with Elliott. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, they knew who to turn to on fourth down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. He's back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And now he stops it with a spike at 8 seconds. And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. Back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd, carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go. 4-8. Here you go. 27. Gun. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run with Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that is incomplete here.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 4-8. Here we go. 46. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Dallas, That early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie up. The big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get it fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my zip the back, they like a pogo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down, I was so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm out like mistletoe. This my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big bands like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's top
I got
notch.
that check-in to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I died. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. Derek ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what plastic. I said, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? And I look at my snap. I take a man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this guy in the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Baby lay, waist snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine, jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Babe, back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. Why you was sleeping on me? I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. They be taking everything you want. I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they